#WeAreMovieClub.
Hey there, WeAreMovieClub. This week is Red vs. Blue Season 7. This is a review for week 39 of #WeAreMovieClub. This week's pick was mine. So the short sale on this one is that Caboose and the Reds go after Tucker to help save him or whatever it is, while Wash and the Meta are trying to track down the Epsilon unit, which is still missing. My love for this one is Banff, Washington. We see him come back with some righteous fury. I don't know if it's exactly doled out correctly, but it's well worth the moment. My hate for this one is the unnecessary return to the kind of blood gulch humor, because after the incident in Season 6, everything's supposed to go back to somewhat normal. They get new bases, they're a new thing, they're just not happy because they know things can't really go back how they were. It's just not how the world works. So it's just Caboose versus the Reds, and I get it. But we go back, we get Tucker back at least, and he earns the most valuable player, definitely Tucker. He kind of leads and organizes them once they finally get to him, and he really pulls it off, even dealing with the little guilty spark machine thing. It's really interesting to see all that come together. But let's get on the categories. Aesthetics. They just do some amazing things with Halo 3, using the Forge, getting the Guilty Spark piece to roll around, the sweeping shots, the new armor that's available, using the Behemoth, implementing landmines, just so many fun things. They got the Mongoose in there. They were just like, look at all these new things, let's use them. And while they were trying to figure out how to do all these difficult shots, they reverted back to the normal humor, so you get a lot of that type of joke coming at you. But oh my god, those amazing shots. They know how to control the atmosphere by this point. So as soon as you see Wash, music changes, the color palettes change, you see the meta, the whole atmosphere from the other characters change, the music changes. The color palettes don't really change as much with him because he's kind of a chaotic character, but you get to see some nice action from him, and yeah, it's really top what they're doing with all this. Aesthetics gets a 90. Character development. Now, we're not dealing with too many new characters. Everyone who shows up, except for the people at the temple, have been in previous seasons. So very little character building, and a lot of the character building that is new is actually hidden. There's no way you'll actually know that it happened during this, but we're building up and we're setting up for things to come. And we're definitely built off things previously. So it's there, it's just not very strong, and what is there is not very much quality, except for Washington and the meta. Definitely comes back into it in the thick, and Washington brings the guns. It's really nice to see him get a little bit serious. Character development gets an 83. Storyline. The story kind of suffers. This is another one of those dips that they do. You see it in Season 2, you see it in Season 4. Hopefully we won't see it in 9. I really don't remember if it dips, but in Season 7 there's a definite dip. But after the phenomenal Season 6, how could you not dip? You have to dip to readjust. You go back to some basics, you do some good camera work, and then you set up for a better story in the next season. And that's exactly what they did. It's a little formulaic, but it works, and it's just what we gotta live with this one. Storyline gets an 82. Compulsion. Look, this thing had me rolling a couple times. It's got great humor. It's like Season 3 level humor. But after Season 6, that's not what I was looking for anymore. I was looking forward to being more serious. And we get that, we just don't get enough, because the majority is them trying to go back to that blood gulch humor, and it just kind of falls in the story, at least. It's still pretty funny, honestly. I definitely see it being a thing, and honestly, it's a good time. It's just not what I was expecting. Compulsion gets an 88. Now, if you total that all up together, you get an average of 85.75. For my rep review, I've got to say this is great humor. I'm sad we had to go back to that, but hell, how can I be that sad when it's that funny? We get Tucker back, well worth it. We get Donut back. I forgot about that, honestly. So we get a lot of the crew back, and honestly, it's good to rally a little bit. Things kind of go pot at the end, but I'm not going to spoil what actually happens there, because go watch this. Definitely recommended, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be reviewing this. Because this is a review for #WeAreMovieClub. This week's pick was mine. Next week's pick is going to be Charlie, and we're going to do A Bug's Life. Charlie's kind of famous for doing these kid movies, but hell, it's Pixar, even if it is Bug's Life. And honestly, it's a pretty good movie. I don't not look forward to watching this again, but if I had to go back and pick a Pixar movie to watch, maybe WALL-E, Up, there's so many other ones, Monsters, Inc., but it all depends on what's available for us to watch, and of course, that's Charlie's week. When I get done with this Red vs. Blue stuff, you're going to see some good movie picks come out, I promise. But for now, we're in the thick of it. It's a good time. Go watch Season 7, do a review, include the hashtag WeAreMovieClub, join us, just yell at us on the Twitter and stuff, and at WeAreMovieClub, you yell at me at Cameron25, and just let me know I suck, whatever you want. Just give us a little something back, let us know you're watching. And that's it for me. I'm Cameron. Thanks for watching.
If you want to see anything else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations and they'll take you to our other channels.